Please go.
Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Be careful and just hold firmly to it and then adjust yourself. Nothing to worry. It may slightly go down and wobble, but otherwise you need not worry. Aditya SINGHDEO, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are an NIT Ravakala student, chemistry, okay. What have you been doing with yourself, Aditya, these 4 years after completing your studies?
So I have been preparing for civil services after
Very good,
2022.
very good. Reading books, fiction. What is the last book you read?
So I read The Palace of Illusion by Chitra Banerjee.
What is it about Palace of Illusion?
So it is written about Mahabharata from the eyes of Draupadi, the female lead.
Have you heard of one Pratibha Roy?
Yes, sir. She has got the Jnanapith Award for the same context.
Context and, have you
Odia.
read her book? No.
No, sir. I'll definitely.
No. Okay, wonderful. But tell us this Palace of Illusion. Briefly, what is your impression and what are the insights you got?
So, mostly as we read Mahabharata, it is shown about the war between the two factions of a family. So, it is mostly about the male perspective of how they are fighting for their rights on the property. But what happens is the female leads are somehow getting entangled in that war. So it is that book is written from her eyes, how she has gone through so much of turmoil. Even though she is empowered as an empress, but still she had to face so much of the atrocities due to the mistakes of mistakes and the narrow-mindedness of the male leads in the epic. So it also shows her vulnerability as a woman. So that is what impresses me.
Very good. Now, Aditya, just one question for me for want of time. Anthropology, what are the various aspects of anthropology? How would you divide anthropology into?
So, Franz Boas has divided into a four-field
Yes, very good.
method. So,
What are they?
archaeological anthropology, socio-cultural anthropology, then physical or biological anthropology, and linguistic anthropology.
Okay. Architectural.
Archaeological.
Sorry. Good. But archaeological anthropology, Dirishtiru, from that point of view, what are your observations looking to the archaeological aspect of anthropology in Odisha?
So in Odisha, we have a few sites which recently we have discovered a few sites which show that there have been ancient civilizations and a site in Sambalpur recently it has been discovered. 10,000. It is a site related to 10,000-year-old era. So it has rock cut paintings which show like that the ancient people that lived there had certain creative insights. And a site in Cuttack has been discovered, which is around 40,000 year old, and it has the rock cut mud structures. So those also provides significant insights.
This artificial intelligence, would you like to evaluate artificial intelligence or situate artificial intelligence, both the current and the prospects of artificial intelligence in sociological stroke anthropological perspective? Just think about it. Because in other words, do you think sociology, anthropology are becoming a little dated, outdated in the light of the mind-boggling advances in artificial intelligence, where artificial becomes superhuman and there is a threat, there is an apprehension, it may start controlling the human race. Is there a danger?
So recently there is a software called Mythos AI, which is posing a threat because it might enable the hackers to hack systems within hours. It used to take weeks to hack systems like phones and softwares, computers. But Mythos AI is a danger. Even the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has flagged that danger.
So very good, very good. You are very well aware. So how do we address this danger? How do you address this danger?
So there has to be global cooperation.
Absolutely, brilliant, sir.
Okay, Aditya.
Yes, sir.
It is, we have to spell it as Aditya or Aditya?
Aditya, sir.
Aditya.
Aditya.
But this, all,
English
this looks like a male name simultaneously
Yes,
also.
it can be a mistake.
Achha, your graduation degree is BTech in chemistry or BSc in chemistry?
Integrated MSc in chemistry, 5 years course.
It is integrated MSc in MSc degree ultimately.
Yes.
Chemistry.
5 years course.
He happens to be from Keonjhar district.
Yes.
Who is the person called Dharanidhara in whose name the university has been named?
So, he was a famous tribal leader. So he.
What was his name?
Dharanidhar Naik.
Okay.
Dharanidhar Bhuya also, because he belonged to the Bhuya community. So both the titles are there. So he led the people against the exploitation of the British as well as the then Maharaja, who kind of forgot the Bhuya tribe contribution to the kingdom there. So he led.
Britishers have gone up to Keonjhar? Britishers have gone up to Keonjhar to acquire the land?
They haven't left anything, any particular.
Because that was the time probably it was only forest land.
Yes, sir, but they were interested in forest because of the timber and for laying the railway lines and all. So they exploited those.
What's unique about Gunasika?
So Gunasika is famous for the origin of the river Baitarani, and it is said that the shape of the origin of Baitarani river is like a nozzle of a cow. So it is, that's why it is Gunasika.
The very form looks like, the landscape looks like that. Okay, the student of chemistry, can you tell us what is the permissible limit of this halides, bromides in our water content, which can prevent us from?
I'll read about it.
You have no idea about this? Contamination of bromide?
So I have to look into it again.
Fluoride contamination, are you aware of?
So I'm aware of the contamination, but the limits I'm not able to recall right now.
So that's one of the important constituents which creates mottling of teeth, weakening of bone, depression of mind. And this is endemic situation with our few localities. The chemistry students can help us how to treat the water, and we are interested in that front, so probably you had missed that. So your hobby is reading fiction.
Yes.
Any fiction you can say and share your thoughts?
So the Palace of Illusion, and then I have
Palace
read
of
about,
Illusion.
Yes, sir.
Author?
Author Chitra Banerjee, sir.
Okay.
Then I have read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. So it is about going for your dreams despite whatever situation you're facing.
Article louder.
So it is about pursuing your dreams with courage.
Achha, out of these two, which story you would like to share with us? Out of these two books that you have read, which story you would like to share with us?
So
Please share.
I'm more interested in mythology, so I will share about the Palace of Illusion.
Okay.
So as I said, it is about the Mahabharata epic from the eyes of Draupadi. So the vulnerability.
The same thing that you have been telling. Okay, okay, then we will not go through that. So Keonjhar district is rich in mineral resources. Industrial developments are now taking place, not earlier it was.
Yes.
What is the reason behind that? Why it was not earlier developing and now initiatives are being taken?
So the lopsided development policies focus mainly on the coastal areas and mostly in the capital city Bhubaneswar. So the mineral rich regions were kind of exploited for the raw materials, and those raw materials were exported outside the state to other industrial rich states like Maharashtra and other regions. So the result was that these mineral rich regions which were supposed to be developed, they remained backward. So that
what are the industries now available in your district?
so Kalinga Iron Works is there in Badbil, and Palaspanga's Odisha Sponge Iron Plant is there, and in Joda also Jindal Steel is there. So, and in Patna it is proposed that Jindal Steel and POSCO will establish a plant.
POSCO is going to come back to Keonjhar, leaving its old dream at Jagatsinghpur. Anything planned for the Keonjhar city itself?
So, particularly I'm not aware of it, but
Recently Chief Minister has declared a lot of investments to come up in.
Yes, more industrial investments are there, but particularly I'm unable to recall.
How far you are placed from the residence of our Chief Minister in Keonjhar?
It is few kilometers.
Few kilometers means?
Keonjhar Sadar block only he's residing. So, but his village is quite far. But the main residence is few kilometers, like.
And what is the name of his village?
3-4 kilometers. It is, I guess, Raikela or something.
Not something.
Sorry, sir.
It is your district, Chief Minister is from your district.
So,
CM may not exactly be pleased at this.
sorry, sir.
That isn't right.
Board out of curiosity may ask like this. It's not a very important question, but out of curiosity that how much you know about your own Chief Minister from your district and may pick up somebody's.
It's mainly in the Sadar block, but.
But you have to know a little bit.
Yes, I'll read about it. Sir.
Okay, sir.
Where is the Strait of Hormuz?
So it is between the two countries of Iran and Oman in the Persian Gulf. So,
Why is it so much in the news?
so it is because of the Israel and USA conflict, and Iran is controlling the Strait of Hormuz and restricting ships from passing through it.
And USA is not in a position to do anything about it?
So USA has been involved deeply in the war, so Iran has placed certain conditions and it is not budging to come to a middle ground with USA. So
What steps has America taken to confront this, to solve this?
So it is in talks with Iran, and Pakistan is mediating the dialogue between the three.
Did Pakistan succeed in bringing an understanding between USA and Iran?
So the talks are still going on. It is kind of not in the positive direction at the present state, because Iran is adamant to continue its nuclear the operations. It wants to continue, and it wants USA to recognize its status in the region.
What is the main issue that USA has been insisting on in the matter of talks or a deal with Iran?
So USA mainly wants Iran to dismantle all its nuclear operations.
Yes, good.
So
let's move to another region of the world. What has China been doing in regard to Taiwan for so many years in the past, recently?
Okay. So China is also kind of not insecure but very skeptical, because US's interest in Taiwan because of its dominance in the chip industry,
Yes,
semiconductor chip industry. So China is trying to militarize the entire region. In South China Sea, it has established various military bases in different island patches, and it is indirectly signaling USA that any further involvement in Taiwan might have serious consequences.
Yes, good. Let's come back to our country. Many steps have been taken for women's development. Do you think there are still some more areas which need to be addressed?
So women have fought better in economic sphere, but still there are crimes going on against women. The crimes like rape, it is one of the highest, 7 most repeated crime.
Yes.
And then sexual harassment at workplaces, the glass ceiling is still there. So women have not reached the top level offices. Like only 5% of the MDs and CEOs are women. And also, sir, in the domestic sphere, the care economy is not contributing to GDP, and it is also not seen with respect, the care economic work. So the domestic workers are also not recognized under the POSH Act. So they still remain vulnerable to sexual harassment by their employers.
Good.
Then, sir, in social sphere also there are stigmas. The patriarchy is still prevalent. It is taking new forms. Then in political sphere we are still behind. In state legislative assemblies, less than 10% seats are held by women. And even in Lok Sabha, in the parliament, only 13% of women MPs are there. So also the recent reservation bill has failed. So we still have to go away where the 50% of the population doesn't have to fight for every right.
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. So Aditya, कभी आप लोगों interview?
So 14th afternoon session.
This is your first interview, isn't it?
No,
Is it
sir,
your first interview?
Second interview, sir.
Second interview.
Last time I
कितने
missed the marks by, it was 20 marks around. Means
interview कितने पाइले?
145, sir.
Oh, that's rather.
Very low.
Very
low.
Very low one.
No, but that's very surprising because we have given you 215, or we have put it in the highest bracket. Anyhow, I think, what do you think went wrong in the last interview?
So maybe the phrasing of words might have been better, I felt, and
why do you think? Why do you think that's a very good feedback from you?
Why do you think
take 1 or 2 minutes because that's very important. Why do you think that the phrasing of mine during the interview, something must have triggered this? What is that phrasing done?
So I feel we are getting interviewed for a very responsible position. So we have to be careful with our words.
Did the board give you? Then why do you think why do you think that I got less because my words were not correct? Kemiti impression paile.
Not the impression, but I analyzed that I could have been better with my words. I was more layman in the words, but I have to be
Can you
more
give an
administrative
example? Because something
language.
is in your mind. Can you give us an example?
So, example, they asked me what influenced me to go into the civil services field. So, I could have said that I was in a social service club, which had a major impact on me, so which pushed me towards this. So, but I said it triggered me towards. So, trigger was a negative word, maybe. It might have like 1-2 marks. Might have.
It's not like that. It's not like that. But are you satisfied that you have answered all the questions?
Yes, sir. But
that's more important.
A few questions related to chemistry I couldn't recall that moment.
Okay.
And one question was that like corporates, they deliver the services within a few days, like 7 days max. So can government deliver it in the same model?
It's a probing question. It has no specific answer. Any answer
Yes,
can.
sir, but I said that presently bureaucratic the roadblock is there. So
That is there. Okay.
but few offices like passport seva kendras, they are able to deliver it in a few days. So
So
maybe
answers
I
are not
was
wrong.
negative in
Your
it.
answers are not wrong.
Sir, if I can,
Yes.
I can, because why I am asking you is, for want of time we did, when we were asking, sir was asking about Iran, you used a word, because I didn't want to mention it for want of time, but since you are mentioning, you said Iran was adamant. You get the point? Would you like to revise that word? Iran was is adamant. The word you used the adamant. I kept my comment because there is no time. But maybe there is a point. The moment you are talking about an international issue and you say one party is adamant, can you rephrase it?
And use another word, better word.
Uncompromising. Because the moment you say that whether you intend it or not, unintentional means you are not on the side of Iran, it is adamant. That's a negative connotation to the word. Probably is that what you mean?
yes,
I don't know.
I think
You have to be careful, particularly in diplomatic situation. The moment you say the board may be justified in interpreting your stance, before you say anything more or whatever, that word will be there. Oh, this candidate is not on the side of Iran and it is on the side of Israel. Is it so?
No.
It may be wrong. So in other words, it has unintended consequences. A word. On the other hand, say no. But if Iran doesn't want to compromise on its sovereignty.
yes, sir. That's correct.
Probably that is what you meant.
Yes, sir.
But you meant something, but the diction, the word is, it could be there. Don't worry about all those things. People, they are mature enough, they will understand. Okay? Don't have the hangover, you will do very well. Any other question, Aditya? Which dress you will go?
Sir, I'll wear a sari.
Okay. Absolutely, you are very sound in your fundamentals, independent and critical thinking.
Yes.
Keep reading, reflecting. In the Hindu you are reading, I suppose?
Yes, sir.
Nothing. Only thing is, that day you should be absolutely energetic, enthusiastic.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Wonderful. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Our best wishes.
You'll make it.
Thank you, sir.